Hey guys, so we all know why we're here. So the Super Bowl just happened, and that of course means that there are movie trailers to observe, and there is one that's been making the rounds. I couldn't watch the game, and I couldn't watch it all day today, but here we go. It is time for The Flash, which James Gunn did promise is one of the best superhero movies he's ever seen. Sian wasn't too happy about that endorsement of it, but I kind of have hopes. I mean, if it's going to reset the whole DC universe, kind of on board with it. But the one thing that I know for sure is that Michael Keaton's Batman is back, and that is really what I want to see. So without further ado, let's dive into it.
Tell me something. You can go anywhere.
All right.
Another timeline. Another universe.
Dark Knight.
So why do you want to stay and fight to save this one?
Because this is the world where my mom lives. I'm not gonna lose her again.
Quest to save Mom. We've all seen Time Machine. We know how that goes.
Time has a pattern
Bro.
that it can't
Please.
help reliving.
Tempest Fugit.
Different
Bring
people, different worlds, drawn to each other like magnets.
Don't touch yourself. Doc Brown warned us.
My face. So my
Complete
face.
paradox. Whole thing's ruined.
If you were to go into the past, you have no idea what the consequences can be.
Bruce, I could fix things.
You could also
Yeah.
destroy everything.
This can't be happening.
Batfleck.
I completely
Man of
broke the
Steel?
universe. Zod.
We've been waiting for you.
I created a world with no metahumans. And now there's no one to defend
Okay.
us.
Want some help?
Yeah! Woo! Yes!
Oh. You are.
Yeah.
Yeah!
Batman.
Oh, and the cinematography's the exact same. And that's the Dark Knight, Man of Steel.
If I can't undo what I did, if I can't get back, there might not be a future.
Yo, he got hit with 10.21 gigawatts. What is going on? Was that the Shazam logo?
Batman, what do we do?
We try not to die.
But
Yeah!
it's not Clark.
My name is Kara.
I'm we're Barry. Barry, what are you doing? Our kids are gonna want to see this.
Alright, so I'm a little bit flabbergasted. I am ready for it. I know that Marvel's dominated, but DC does fire out sometimes on all cylinders, and it's dangerous. It's dangerous to get your hopes up with DC properties, but this looks really good. And it really, really, what makes me upset is that I don't get the Batgirl movie yet. Because I have this feeling deep down, deep down, that that we're gonna get that movie. Like, I mean, so here's the thing that Marvel learned, and it's you pull the nostalgia string just enough, right? Like Spider-Man, you know, they did it. They were like, you know what? Let's just weave a story with all these things into it, and boof, there it is. And I think this one's got it. Like, ha. Goosebumps, guys. I am totally ready. CN, you gotta... James Gunn called. He wants an apology. Like, you gotta do something, man. Like, it looks good. I'm not 100%... Like, when that toga showed up, I felt pretty confident. Okay, that's a Wonder Woman, but then it's not Wonder Woman. It's kind of a Supergirl, but not really Superwoman, maybe? I'm not sure. I don't know the comics well enough. I will say the only other criticism that I have is that it did the thing that I don't like. So I am okay with taking mediums to different stages. Like, you tell part of the story here, you tell part of the story here. But they tried that with Transformers, which a lot of people aren't aware of. The Transformers movie trilogy, whatever it is now, the septology, I don't know what it's called. But they tried to do this thing where it was like, oh, well, what if we did this thing where you watch this movie, but then the books explain why the movie is this way, and then you hop back to the movies, but you don't explain any of what happened in the books. So part of me is a little bit irked that we're starting in comic books. So you can read those first 3 comic books that are listed on that final screen from DC, so you can read there, which is a build-in to the movie, which I guess, it makes sense, these are for comic fans, but the average moviegoer is not going to go the extra distance. So, unless you just plan on dropping in Easter eggs that relate back to the comics without the need for the comics, it's one thing to ask your viewers to do homework that is the same medium, like saying, hey, if you watch this television show that's only 6 episodes, you will get more enjoyment out of this movie. Or, hey, if you watch these other movies, you will enjoy this movie. Again, you're keeping the same medium, and Marvel and now some of the other ones have invested heavily in this. People are going to watch the most expensive soap opera ever produced, and they're going to go into the next thing with all the knowledge of the previous ones. But they've started to do this thing where you can sit down and you can enjoy one movie without having seen any of the rest of them. And that's the best way to approach film going. Nobody wants to do homework when you're trying to watch a movie. It's not what you want to do. That said, I'm going to go watch Batman, the 1989 film, right now so that I am prepared for a movie that comes out in June. I know that seems silly, but you know what? I'm Batman. So that said, let me know what you guys thought down in the comments. And while you're down there, hit that like, subscribe, and little bell for notifications. And let us know if you've ever danced with the devil in the pale moonlight. Oh man, you could have like so many Jokers in this movie. Like, so many. Whew, that's a lot of Jokers. Alan Tudyk, you're up.